Here we go, here we go, here we go again, here we go. How'd it go?
I don't know.
You don't remember?
I have no idea.
Wolf
All
of
I
Wall
know is
Street,
the
the guy at the restaurant. He's
I-
pounding his chest. Yo, 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 what's up, what's up? It's Coach Nick Money in the house. With the one, the only. You know what we call him. DBL, Nick's the indelible one.
PhD in Bangernomics, the Rainmaker.
Oh, yeah, and it's not a party unless you have the bushy tail one, the only, the Serengeti specialist. She's always got a smile on her face. We call her DBL Moms.
Hey!
Wait a minute, one more time. DBL Moms.
Hey!
There we go. That's what I'm looking for. All right, folks, if you're not following us on YouTube, would you kindly subscribe to YouTube and do what this young man says right here?
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share.
Because sharing is caring. And of course, you can follow us on x.com, a.k.a. Twitter, at Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money. You're supposed to say at Coach Nick
Oh, I'm
Money.
supposed to say it again?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Let's
At
try
Coach
to-
Nick Money.
Yep, like that. Because I'm like trying to change the tempo a little, you know what I mean?
Gets the people going. Okay.
All right, there you go, man. That's what I'm talking about. And, of course, you can follow us on Twitch at Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money. Holy moly. Holy moly. And, of course, we have our special going on. You probably have heard of it. It's a $1 special to take a 5-day trial of our Discord. We are going to be streaming live on our Discord after we complete our live stream on social media. So you can go ahead and take advantage of that special. And it's pretty awesome. I mean, we go over some pretty in-depth stuff in the Discord that we don't do on the live stream. So you can check out how we actually really look at stocks that we want to trade, how we find them, the different indicators that we use, how we determine our entry and exits, and so much more. So let's get right into this doubles. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Jelly bean. We had 3 baggers that we called bangers because we are bangernomics experts.
Oh.
That we called for the private Discord this morning. WINT 134%, and it's currently bouncing off of a descending wedge. That's what's going on with it. They withdrew a public offering. Now, there is strong resistance at $7.50, and it looks like it could be potentially forming a shoulder ahead, and that could bring the price action down. But if there is volume, we do have this descending wedge, and maybe we could have a squeezy.
Nice and easy.
Nice and easy, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
so
sir.
we will figure out what's going to go on. Notify everybody that we started a little early today.
Yeah.
Started a little early. A little bit early. Yeah, we want to get to our indelible tribe early and say hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. I'm going to watch WINT for a second because 750 is a key area where shorts will be looking to short this particular ticker, and it looks like it's trying to crawl up to that level. The volume is just not there. It needs volume, doubles. It needs volume. Let's go take a look at the other ticker that ran pretty aggressive earlier in the morning, CREV. There's news on CREV that they're involved with some fiber something or other for Corvettes, the vehicles. And it ran up 128%, a little bit more expensive ticker. But it's currently having difficulty breaking that $12 mark. It formed that descending wedge after the price action went down. It popped up and couldn't get further than $13 and change. It has been selling off, so it needs to break this right here. We have levels already drawn. Let's get rid of the descending wedge because that's like old news that we were showing earlier, which was valid. But then after it did its descending wedge, it came back. So that's the story with CREV. BFI, that is BurgerFi, and it was up early in the morning and in after hours yesterday, 116%, but it has been selling off. And the story with BurgerFi was that they resolved a lawsuit, a pretty big lawsuit. So that was what we saw in this. But since then, you can see that the price action has in fact been trending downward. We need to see it break the downtrend. Otherwise, BurgerFi, I like your burgers, but what have you done for me lately? I'm talking about your stonks. I'm talking about your stonks. All right. Meme stock CMAX, CarMax, been trending upward on very light volume. CMAX is currently up 18%. It's got a low float, 1.67 mil, but the volume is only 1.15 mil. So it's trending upward, but not really that schmexy at not this schmexy. Point. Not schmexy, and we want the schmexy stuff, the good stuff, you know what I mean? SLNA, we drew some levels over here. Yeah, because I think somebody had asked about this ticker yesterday. So we drew levels for it. It's forming what looks to be a potential cup and handle, but it is currently under VWAP. So if you get the graffiti pencil out, because we have to get the graffiti pencil out, right over here we could draw a line, and this is pretty much where VWAP is, and it's kind of like having difficulty breaking VWAP. This is a cheapy stock. It's like 3, 4, 5 cents. Currently up around 29%. Super duper volatile. Float 60 million. Not as critical because it's a real cheap stock. There's been quite a bit of volume on it at 100 million shares, but certainly nothing that knocks your socks off. I would say doubles, so you could keep your socks on. All right, so you could say maybe it's forming a double bottom over here, but it's below VWAP. So and it's one of those cheap stocks, so it's going to be really volatile. So what have you done for me lately? What have you done for me lately? Come on now. EVRI, this stock is a heavy floated stock, and it's like moving like a heavy floated stock. I mean, it's up 40%, 78 million shares, and there's only 2 million of volume. So, okay. All right, I'm not that excited. Sorry, not sorry. Nuvo and UVO, another ticker on the scanner. No volume. It needs a lot of volume. It needs a lot of vitamin V, I would say. Vitamin V. Yes. And if you want a little bit of D every now and then, it ain't a problem. It ain't a problem. Demand doubles. Time for some espresso ice, ladies and gentlemen. I'm like parched. Holy moly. That there's the energy right there, doubles. That's the energy. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying the stream, we started a little bit earlier. Would you consider sharing the stream? That would be really nice of you. We'd appreciate it so much. It helps us get more content out for you. It helps the stream grow, and we'd like to get more content out for you. So, yeah, if you don't mind, that would be kind of cool. Just saying. You know what I mean? Here's another cheapo stock, VWE. And it had significant resistance right around the 9-10 cent mark. Again, very choppy, and it formed a head and shoulders right here. So you could see, if I get the graffiti pencil out, doubles. Yay. We're gonna do a little graffiti right over here. Over here, you got 2 shoulders, and you got this disgusting head. You got what looks like a head and shoulders, and that is usually a bearish pattern, which would be indicative of a downtrend. This is a super cheap stock, so it's going to be very volatile. Not my cup of tea, especially when you don't have a lot of volume. And right now, you don't have a lot of volume. So, it's in bankruptcy, so it's a super duper risky stock. But we got to talk about it because it's up 20%. Why not? All right. So SERV is another tickeroo that we want to talk about. SERV is a robotic stonk that had NVIDIA buy about 1 million shares a while back, or was it about a week or two ago? And the stonk went parabolic and ran, I don't know, 270%, 300%. I don't know. We called it before it ran. I mean, come on. You know what we do. I'm flexing, yo. I'm doing like the double guns, like Schwarzenegger. You know what I mean? The double guns, the bicep guns, Yeah, flexing, because that's what we do. We call a lot of bangers a lot of times. People talk about it, but they don't perform like we perform, And it ain't even enhanced, doubles. No. It's all natural.
All natural.
It's all natural. Yeah, baby. All right, so here's the story. It started running in after hours yesterday. No particular reason, but it did start running. So we're going to keep an eye on it. It's been trending up. It's kind of choppy, but, it got the vote of confidence from NVIDIA for whatever it's worth. So we'll keep an eye on it, Doubles. It's trying to break through VWAP. This is a critical area. We're going to go and put the little graffiti pencil right here. The critical area would be around $13.10. If it breaks the VWAP, it's going to look a lot better, I would just say. A lot better. Okay, COUR, another tickeroo that is on the scanner. It is a thick stock. COUR is a thick stock with 131 million shares. I don't like that. And the volume is pathetic at 238,000, but it's currently up 25%. So, take a look at it. Those thick stocks do not float my boat because what oftentimes happens is they move very slow, and when they drop kind of sudden. They've fallen, and they can't get up. Hit the medallion. Get some help. Hello. I've fallen and I can't get up. Okay, so anyway, that's the story with COUR. Not really particularly schmaxy. Let's go back to WINT. We did a video on it on the YouTube last night. Hope you guys saw it, because if you had seen it, well, you would have seen it. And the ticker did go up this morning 134%. Now, here's the situation. The situation is that the price action is stuck at the $7.50 mark. And why is that particularly interesting? Because this is an area that those nasty Speedo-wearing Banana Republic shorts will congregate.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, they're kind of like, they're like Borat. They're kind of like Borat on the beach. Borat on the beach.
Oh.
I like says.
Oh, whoa.
I said says. I like says. How much?
Very nice.
Very nice. How much? But here's the problem. Because they're congregating over here, we got what looks to be a head and shoulders, and that would be a bear pattern. And I'm sure that folks bought into this particular ticker yesterday, maybe. So you might have some profit taking, and that would justify a potential drop in price. And there's been some dispersed attention this morning. This particular ticker was running very early in the morning, but then CREV came into play with its news, and now attention is like a little bit all over the place, kind of, sort of, right? So it's currently up 126%. Why? Because at 4:07 p.m. yesterday, it came out with news that they withdrew a public offering. So what we want to see is volume come in really heavy and break through the 750 mark. If that happens, you could potentially have a squeezy. Nice and easy. But it's been running really hard this morning. Like I said, it hit a high of 134%. And there probably will be some profit taking, especially as we get closer to the 9:30 hour.
Yes.
And the volume has kind of dropped. So we need to see some vitamin V. Vitamin V for volume.
Yes.
And if it wants a little bit of D, somebody's got to give it some D. A little demand. Okay, that never hurt nobody. It's okay. You're allowed to have that at WINT. WINT. WINT is allowed to have that. A little bit of demand would help you out. Okay, so that's the story. What I particularly like about this stock is that the float's only 588,000 shares. But the volume right now is about just under 8 million, which is okay. It's pretty good, but I would have liked to have seen more volume. More volume is always better. Yes. Yeah. So this is a micro mini skirt float, but it don't got the particular volume doubles that I want to see. Not yet. You know what I mean? So we're going to put you on a side chart, WINT. I know you went up 134% today. And I know you went up in after hours right after we called it for our Discord. I don't want to brag about the Discord, but the link's in the description and in the pinned comment for 5-day trial for $1. Okay? And after that, you're going to want to sign up, I'm pretty sure. So there you go. All right, fix that up. I see that there's a mistake on the price.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
mistake
yes,
on the
yes.
price. The price
Ooh.
went up, guys. The price went up.
It did.
Yeah, it's now $49.99. $49.99. So fix that. Fix that up. Fix it at the up. Okay, so that's the story. That's the story. All right, so this is what's going on. And so WINT will come back to you. CREV. CREV. We got CREV trying to break this downtrend. There's not a lot of volume on it. It was moving pretty hard. I mean, I guess we can say kind of, sort of, maybe this is forming a pennant. The price action is above VWAP. That's good. So let's get the graffiti pencil out and say maybe, maybe, maybe. We got a pennant over here. Maybe, maybe, maybe. And maybe, maybe, maybe we could see some price action going like this. This particular ticker does have news. They reported that they have Carbon Revolution supplies carbon fiber. Carbon Revolution is the name of the company. Supplies carbon fiber wheels for the Chevrolet Corvette ZR1, which I guess is like the sportier sports version of the Corvette, which is a sports car. Okay, we got 1.7 million volume, just under 4 million. Just under 4 million volume, and the float is 1.7 million. The stock is a little bit more pricey at $11, and right now it is struggling, but there is a pennant forming, and if it gets some volume, maybe it could be Shemexy. Now, of course, it is Friday, and a lot of times on Friday, folks are busy preparing for the weekend. They're selling off their stocks to get some weenies. And you put your mustard on your weenies. Not on your burgers. You put mustard on your weenie.
Not your burger.
I just figured I'd point that out, Florida. No mustard on your burgers. It goes on your weenie. All right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, just pointing that out. That is one of my pet peeves. I love your weather, Florida. Love your weather. Love your beaches. Okay? I love the whole vibe. I mean, I love the Margaritaville. I love all of that stuff. But your mustard on your burgers, sacrilegious, Doubles. Sacrilegious. No mustard on your burger. You take your weenie out and you put mustard on it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Huh. Don't make me come and get you. Because I will, Florida. Come on now. All right, BurgerFi. Time for BurgerFi, since we're talking about burgers. And again, BurgerFi, no mustard on your burger. Okay, so that was a good transition, wasn't it? That was like a really good transition, Doubles. I didn't even plan it that way. It just happened. Time for some espresso ice before we talk about BurgerFi. All right, so here's the story with BoigaFi. BoigaFi settled a lawsuit. That was the news that came out yesterday, right? Reaches legal settlement agreement with Lion Point Capital LP. Not really sure who the heck they are. The float is 13 million, so it's on the heavier side. Volume is only about 15 million. The stock is trading at 36 cents right now, and it's up 70 cents. It was up a lot more earlier in the morning, 116%. And it's been pulling back since then, and it was up even more yesterday and after hours when the news first came out. And of course, we gave it to the Discord as soon as it came out, before it ran up parabolique. Because, that's what they pay us for, you know what I'm saying? That's what they pay us for. So that's the story. And since then, it has been, for the most part, decreasing. You can see it is descending. It's going down. And we don't like that, Doubles. We don't like when stocks go downtown. So what it needs to do is break that downtrend, Doubles. It needs to break the downtrend. Otherwise, BFI, I know you went up 116% in early pre-market. But what have you done for me lately? What have you done for me lately? All right, let's go to this cheapo stock and see what it's doing. SLNA. Come on, I hate when that happens. SLNA. Boom, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so this tickeroo is trying to break through VWAP. It is a 5-cent stonk, a 5-cent stonk. Volume is not really that high. We need to see more volume on it. And you can see that it is thinly traded when you go into the 1 minute, Doubles.
1 minute.
However, we can see that it is loitering just below VWAP. It's actually tickling the bottom of VWAP. In some states, that's illegal, but in Florida, it's all okay. Just saying. All right, so we're going to go to the 5 minute.
5 minute.
And on the 5 minute, if we do a little zoom, we can see that there is possibly a cup and handle, but there's just not enough volume. You could even say that maybe this is a bottom and this is a bottom. So maybe it's a double bottom, and these would be all bullish indicators. But where's the volume? Where's the volume? All right, I need to see some volume, because here's the story. Its float is 60 million, and again, typically I wouldn't love that, but I could let it pass because the stock is 5 cents. Stock is the company's in trouble. You know, this is what it is. It's a risky stock to trade. Volume 105 million. So not really that much volume considering the size of the float. Super risky stock. Not my cup of tea, but we'll keep an eye on it. You know, some people like to play around with the bankruptcy stocks, and I think SLNA may very well be a bankruptcy stock. Not 100% sure, but I'm getting that vibe, you know? I'm getting that vibe. Something like that, you know? It just strikes me that way. Let's go to SANG. Let's look at some tickers we haven't looked at. SANG. SANG. No. Volume. No. MEDS. Downtrend, nothing there right now. No. How about, let's see, what's another one that we didn't look at? SYTA, another cheapo stock. SYTA, I'm pretty sure that's a cheapo. SYTA, and okay, all right. Seems like a double top to me. You know, you got a top over here. You got a top over there. It's an irregular top, double top. And it's pulling down. It needs to break this downtrend to become even remotely on the radar. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even say attractive. On the radar. And of course, if it broke that level, that downtrend level, it would need to break VWAP. The VWAP. Let's get this particular program shed, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do that. Would you mind? That would be like really awesome. Awesomeness. Yeah. So now let's go, since we're doing cheapo stocks, let's look at VWE. And you can see that it had formed a head and shoulders pattern. It did pull back, but it hasn't pulled back as much as we thought it would. There's just not a lot of volume on this one. This one's boring. It's like looking at wet paint, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm allergic to wet paint. It kind of like makes me... I don't know, all ornery and whatnot. You know what I mean? Doubles. Ornery. Yeesh. All right, let's go back to this heavy floated stock, EVRI. And of course, there's not much going on. It's the middle of summer, and it's a Friday, just before the weekend. So there's not that much volume. Volume makes things exciting, doubles. Vitamin V, as I like to call it. Vitamin V. So EVRI, moving up ever so slightly, up a little over 42%. The float is massive, 78 million, and the volume is only 3.8 million. That's what it is. It's very low. Okay, so do we have some news here? Let's see. 7 o'clock, Apollo funds to buy IGT's gaming business. Very Holdings in 6.3 billion, all cash deal. So it's a takeover type of situation. So this particular ticker is moving sideways because it's a takeover situation. So so that's the story. Not really that interesting. RGC, yeah, the old takeover. All right. So here's the story. This RGC ran hard a couple of days ago. You could see that we drew certain lines on it, and right now it's simply consolidating. So not particularly interesting. Up about 20% right now, but not really moving with any kind of authority. Meds is out. Oh, didn't we put Meds on the title of the stream? It's up 70%. Oh, were we one of the first to do that? Oh, my. I don't want to really brag or anything. I don't want to be braggadocious. But there was a halt on Meds, and we decided at the last minute. I said, doubles, let's put it on the title, because if it comes out of the halt, it could go parabolic. And guess what? The prancing bushy-tail Serengeti specialist just notified me that Meds went up 70%.
Yay.
Yes, and it announced a business combination with Ceinture Inc. in a transaction valued at $103 million. This stock has a 508,000 float. Volume currently very low at 71,000, but they just got out of the halt, so we're going to keep an eye on it, doubles. We're going to keep an eye on it. Let's get rid of the drawings, and it has already gone up 70%, pulled back. It's got a top tail, doubles.
We don't like top tails.
We don't like those darn top tails. We don't. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Let's go to the 1 minute.
1 minute.
Let's see what's going on. It's pulling back, and of course it has that top tail at $19.99. It went up 70%. Will it recover? Volume is low. I bet you a lot of folks don't even know that it has how should I put it, come out of a halt. I bet you a lot of people don't even know that. Not yet. But people are noticing it because it's trying to push and push and pump and pump.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you would kindly share the stream. You saw Meds first here. We're going to watch it. We're going to see if this is going to be the next bagger of the morning. It's pumping, it's pumping. It's pushing, it's pushing. We are now up 72%. Ladies and gentlemen, the humanity of it, 80%. Top tail. We don't like the top tails. Give me some volume. Pump up the volume. Pump up the volume. Jam. Jam. Come on now. Don't top tails. Top tails. Wah, wah, wah. 86% so far on Meds. We're going to put you on a side chart, Meds, because I suspect a lot of folks don't even know about you yet. Because the early bird gets the cash. And we were the early bird. We put it in the title. Put it in the title. Or put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. The early bird gets the cash. Put it in the chat, folks. Because we did that. 86%. That was us. Yeah. All right. So now it's pulling back and not particularly schmexy anymore. So we put it on a side chart. That's that. That's that for now. All right. And we have a level of 21.65. Now it's an expensive stock. Expensive. But we'll put a level over there and we'll keep an eye on it. Okay. So which one else do we want to look at? Let's go back to WINT, see what's going on with that one. WINT. And it is still respecting that head and shoulders pattern. Again, it's still respecting that head and shoulders pattern. I'm going to get rid of this descending wedge because we already went up off of that descending wedge. So let's go ahead and clean up the chart a little bit, doubles. Right over there. We're going to get rid of that. And let's get rid of that one right there. All right, so this particular ticker for the folks that are coming in late, or later, if you will, if you're coming in late, this particular ticker had news in the after hours yesterday. The news was that they withdrew a public offering. So they basically said we were going to dilute the stock, but then we said, no, we're not going to dilute the stock. So, because they decided not to dilute the stock started going parabolic in the after hours. That's what happened, right? So, but now it hit this resistance area of 750, which is an area where shorts would typically look to start shorting the stock, and it has formed a head and shoulders pattern, which is bearish. So what we want to see happen is volume come in and push the price action upward. If there's no volume, then the bears would probably take over, and you could potentially see a flush downward. Wah, 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 we'd like to say, right? Wah, wah, wah. Okay, so that's the story with that. How about KITT hitting the scanner? Let's take a look at it. It pops up. KITT up 14%. 1 million float stock. That's good, but the volume's only 37 million. And is there any news? I don't see any news whatsoever. I don't see no news there, doubles. Do you see news? Because I don't see news. No she news. No news. Okay, so if there's no news, what am I going to do? What am I going to do if there's no news? How about this ticker? This ticker's moving on the scanner. Let's go take a look at NUZE. NUZE, this little tickaroo over here ran quite parabolic a couple of days ago. You could see it was up to $5.27. Currently it's at $4. It's up 31%. It's a micro mini skirt float 560,000 shares. 560,000 shares. Volume is still relatively low, 196,000 shares. And there's no new news. Does that make sense? No new news? No new news. No news. No news. No new news. No news? No new news. But it is still pushing and pushing, pumping and pumping. And it is up 34% on very light volume. So news, we will put you on a side chart.
Side chart.
Side chart. Let's take a look at ZPTA. That was another stock that was on the scanner earlier in the morning, and it was trending downward. You could see we had a trend line drawn. It broke the trend. It was channeling, but it was a fake out because it came down again. So let's go ahead and update our drawing by removing this particular trend line, and let's go ahead and create another drawing by getting the graffiti pencil out. And what we see here is it is continuing to trend downward. It needs to break the downtrend. It needs vitamin V.
Vitamin V.
Volume, baby. It needs volume. Where's the volume at?
Yeah.
All right. All right, here's another ticker, another cheap stock, PMN. Let's go take a look at it. And we got some levels already drawn here. Let's see what's going on PNM. So here's the story. Float is on the heavy side, 88 million shares. So the float's kind of heavy, but it popped up. But it's formed a double top. So you know what? Forget about it. Let's go to CREV, see what's going on with it. It had a nice early run, but now people have moved away from it. It's a little bit more of an expensive type of stock. It started trending downward. We needed to see it break that trend, and it did have the beginnings of what looked like a potential bull pennant, but it's failing. So let's get rid of some of these drawings at this juncture. We don't need all of them at this point. So let's clear the picture. And what we see here is that the price action is continuing to go down. So let's zoom in a little bit and analyze it. What we see here is that the 9 EMA is pulling downward away from VWAP. That's not a good sign. It is trending downward. It did have news that they created some kind of carbon fiber, this, that, or the other thing for the Chevrolet, blah, 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 blah. And that made the stock go up 128%. But right now it's trending downward. So what have you done for me lately, CREV? Talk to me when you start trending upward, if you start trending upward. Otherwise, doubles, otherwise, like that. You know what I mean? Like that. All right. So, we'll take a look now at RGC. This is a ticker that ran a couple of days ago. It's on the scanner. So let's see what's going on. It is curling on very light volume. If we zoom into it, we could see that there is a bunch of gaps on the candles. You know what I mean? Like if you had teeth, you'd probably have a couple of holes in your teeth. You know what I mean? You know, you'd be able to whistle without using your tongue. You could just use your teeth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that. That's what it looks like, RGC. Get some dental work. I'm just saying. Get some dental work. Okay. PMN moving now, huh? Okay, now it's moving. Let's see what's going on. PNM, after we got rid of it, it started moving. Let's see what's going on. Oh my goodness, what's going on? This is like a hot mess. What is this? What's going on? Is there news? What's causing this? I don't know. This is like crazy stock. Crazy. This is cray. All right, I don't like this ticker. So, we'll put it on the side and keep an eye on it, but very weird. Let's go to meds and see if it recovered after coming out of a halt. Nope, it's trending downward. So once again, we'll get the old graffiti pencil out and put a downward trend. It's now under VWAP. So yeah, you ran up 86% coming out of your halt for a business combination, right? Your pre-market halt. But what have you done for moi lately? What have you done for moi lately? All right, that's the story. All right, so I'm going to put, while we're doing that, let's go ahead and put PNM on a side chart. It's just a weird looking type of ticker, very strange. DBL moms, let me know if you see anything on the Serengeti that might be nice and juicy and tender for the community. PN, PNM now up 97%. 97%. Very odd ticker. My chart is not reflecting this, but it seems to be going up supposedly, and my chart's not reflecting it. So I don't know what exactly is going on. Let's go to the 5 minute.
5 minute.
Nothing. Let's go to a longer time frame and see if we could see anything. Nothing. All right. So it's an expensive stock anyway. So you know what? Never mind. CALB. Let's go to the 5 minute.
5 minute.
And there's just not a lot of volume on CALB. CALB is up. Let me make sure I got the right information here. It's up 58%, but there's not much movement on it. So, a lot of weird stocks today, Doubles. You know.
Yeah.
You know, like the type of stocks that trap you. You know, like you get stuck on them. CVM, another ticker that popped up. Yeah, okay, all right, meh. Let's see if it has any news at least. It's up 20%. Float, 46 million, very heavy. Volume, under 3 million, not schmexy at all. New York Stock Exchange generally moves a lot more sluggishly than the Nasdaq, and CVM is a New York Stock Exchange. When you see 3 symbols, Doubles, that's a good indication that it's not NASDAQ. A lot of times that's NYSE, NYSE. All right, I don't really find that one particularly attractive. I wish I had a stock that would be exciting, but it is Friday morning, so we'll just check these different stocks and talk about patterns and things like that, and hopefully we'll get something that's really, 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 I don't know, how should I put it? Shamexe!
Schmexy.
Time for some espresso ice, ladies and gentlemen. Tierra Cubana, baby.
Tierra Cubana.
Arr. Can you roll the R's for me and say, ring that bell? Do that for me.
Ring that bell.
Can you tell the folks what to do, please?
Just ring that bell icon.
Yeah. How are they going to ring it? For what? Come on.
You got, you want to do the whole
the whole spiel.
Oh, yeah. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified. Yeah.
You go ahead, fix it.
I did.
No, let's finish the conversation, Doubles.
Hey, ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded, and remember to share.
Sharing is caring, Doubles. Sharing is caring, folks. Yeah. All right, so let's go back to some of these other tickers. RGC is moving. Okay, maybe we got something here. Let's see. Let's see what it looks like. It's barely moving. That's kind of boring. Let's go to WINT, because right now it is the leading gainer. And, of course, we have that head and shoulders pattern. We got strong resistance at the 750 mark, which is the area that we would tend to see shorts trying to short this particular ticker. Espresso ice, and it looks like it's getting ready to pull down because you could see the 9 EMA is pulling downward. So unfortunately, it's shaping up to potentially flush. It just never got the volume back. That's sad. But it did go up 134% this morning, and of course, Doubles, it went up a lot in after hours when the news came out that they withdrew. They pulled out. They pulled out. You know, they pulled out of their public offering. You know what I mean? That's what they did. They withdrew. They pulled out of their public offering, and that made the stock go parabolic. WINT had a very, very low float of 588,000 shares. We like that a lot, Doubles. You know that, right? And the volume's been okay, not almost 9 million. But in the last, I don't know, half hour, whatever, more than that, last hour, it's been forming this bearish pattern right at the 750 level, which is a key level of resistance, and as such, it has formed this bearish pattern. Now, I'm not fully sure that it's done, Doubles. I'm not fully sure it's done, because if volume comes in, Doubles, if volume comes in, this would be a perfect situation where the shorts would be squeezed because they are thinking that the price is going to go down.
It would be a squeezy, nice and easy.
Right. But you know what it needs? It needs volume.
Vitamin V.
Volume.
Hence the vitamin
And
D.
right now, with this head and shoulders pattern that it has, and you could even say that this is even a triple top, right? Because you could even go ahead and say something like this, right? So top, top, top. This is quite bearish looking, and it might be frightening people. It's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. It's kind of like the boogeyman under the bed.
It's the boogeyman.
The triple top or the head and shoulders. The head and shoulders. Let's see what it looks like in the 1 minute. Doubles. Let's take a look at some other things pertaining to it. So when we look at the tickaroo, okay, we can clearly see the head and shoulders over here, right? So let's go ahead and move this over a little bit, right? So shoulder, head, and shoulder, or top, top, top. So you've got double, what am I trying to say? You've got two patterns that are bearish. You've got a shoulder and head, so it would be head and shoulders, and you also have a triple top here, here, and here, right? So both of those patterns are bearish, and it's on the 1 minute, and it's also on the 5 minutes. So you have confluence of a bearish pattern, and then to boot, it's occurring at $7.50, which is a key level where shorts would be typically looking to enter to short this ticker, right? So that's what you got going on. Let's go back to the 1 minute. In addition to that, we see that there's a diminishment. Ooh, that's a nice word. I like that. A diminishment of volume. In other words, the volume's going down, folks. The volume's going down. And we can see that the RSI is not in the overbought area. It's moving towards the oversold area, but it still has more room, which means it could still keep going down. And that may very well be the case. So let's get a graffiti pencil out. Let's put another line right over here. So this purple line right here is the VWAP. I like to call it the VWAPA.
The VWAPA.
The VWAPA. Oh, the VWAPA. And it's trying to respect VWAP. But we can also see on a shorter time frame that you actually have another head and shoulders pattern right here. So here's a shoulder, here's your head, and you also have a double top over here, right? And this stock has run really, really, really strong. So you have a lot of indicators suggesting that it's going to pull back. Right now it's respecting VWAP. You're also getting closer to the 9:30 bell. So the 9:30 bell, some folks may have bought it yesterday at after hours, right when the news came out, and they held it. They held it. You know what I mean? Right around here. Maybe they bought it at $4, and they can't start trading until 9:30. And maybe there'll be some profit taking as we get closer to the bell or after the bell, and the price action pulls back. The question is if that's really what happens. And again, this isn't just a hypothesis. It's just a hypothesis. I don't know if this is right. I'm just taking a guess here.
Yes.
Right? I'm just taking a guess. This is not advice, folks. I'm not a stock professional, nor am I a financial professional, so it's not stock or financial advice. This is just a show like that, okay? It's just a show. Do your own due diligence. But it would make sense that if somebody bought it right around when the price action spiked over here in after hours yesterday, and they can't, they can't get back in until 9:30, that there might be somewhat of a sell-off, and since you have a very bearish patterns, that would make sense. Now, does the sell-off happen just before the bell? Does it happen after the bell? Or does volume come in at the bell and push it up? Because right now, it is the leading gainer at 115%.
Yes.
That's the story. That's the story. But it's being challenged right now by RGC, which is currently up 80%. So this ticker is now challenging it. Folks, we have a little bit of a runner. It's got its Nikes or Reeboks or Feli back in the day, the Felis. Or the Adidas. Oh, the Adidas. Who was famous with the Adidas? It was Run DMC, right? My Adidas. Didn't they have a song called My Adidas? Something like that. Something like that. So RGC went up how much? My little bushy tail Serengeti specialist, how much?
It went up 82%.
82%, but now it's formed the top tails, ladies and gentlemen.
Top tails.
We don't like them. We don't like them at all. Okay,
Like
and
the bottom
and here's the story. It is a low float stock at 1.4 million shares, but it only has 86,000 shares, and it is doing a around the trip type of a situation around the corner. It fell off a cliff. It broke its neck. It's fallen and it can't get up, and it doesn't even have a medallion to call for help. So, RGC, yeah, you went up 80 whatever percent, but what have you done for me lately? Meh. No, 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 no. Kind of disgusting. Okay, so CREV maybe crawling up a little bit. It's trying. It broke the downtrend. That's good. But when we zoom in, this is the 1 minute chart, you could see that the candles are almost like a barcode, which would suggest a lack of liquidity. It's also below the VWAP, so if we put the graffiti pencil out right over here, a key level of resistance would be $11.45. $11.45, which is where the volume-weighted average is. We need to see it break through volume-weighted average, and you can see that it tested volume-weighted average. It tickled the bottom of volume-weighted average, but it did not pierce it, and that means that it just doesn't have a lot of volume. And I'm looking at this last candle, and the last candle over here only has 2,000, 3,000, something like that, 3,000, 4,000 shares exchanging hands, so it just doesn't have the volume. It's a more expensive stock, so meh. All right, back to WINT, which again is still the leading gainer. We need to see volume come into it. This is on the 1 minute chart. We can see that the RSI right here is kind of like in the middle. There is some positive things happening. We're seeing that the 9 EMA is in fact starting to curl, doubles. And that's a positive, okay? But again, we could also say that right at this level over here, you have another baby Head and Shoulders right here. Look, right? Boom, boom. Right? So what we need for this is a volume to really come in, because this candle only has about 8,600 shares in it, and it's not enough, doubles. Even though it's a 588,000 low float stock, it's not enough. Volume is 9 million, but again, a lot of the running happened early in the pre-market. We need more volume, doubles. We need more volume. We want to invalidate this disgusting, terrible Head and Shoulders on this level, and if we zoom out a little bit, we also have another potential Head and Shoulders here, right? And of course we got tops. So it keeps banging its head at that 750 mark. So here's the interesting thing about it, though, doubles. The shorts are probably thinking about shorting it at 750, right? But if a lot of volume comes in, because there's no other ticker that's really moving, and so far there's no other ticker that's really moving, you know what I mean? Like RGC, popped up and then it dropped, okay? CREV had the news about the carbon, blah, 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 Corvette, blah, 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 but it's an $11 stock. It's not so cheap, you know what I mean? Doubles, all right? And it went up 100 and whatever percent it went up, and now it's up about 78%. It's got news. So maybe, you know what I mean? Doubles, you know what I mean? But if there's nothing else that looks really appetizing, my question is, will the folks come in and really go parabolic with this WINT? I don't know. It's up in the air. It's unclear. I certainly expect some profit taking, though. I would tend to think that the folks that bought the ticker right around here when the news first came out, that they withdrew their public offering. I'm sure that there's some folks that they rolled the dice and they said, you know what, I'm going to hold until tomorrow. See how far it goes.
Tomorrow's Saturday, though.
No, they bought it
yesterday.
Yesterday, doubles. I got to get myself some espresso ice. I'm kind of tired. Ooh, Bustelo, right? Is it Bustelo? It's Bustelo, right? Listen, Bustelo, I talk about espresso ice every day. Call me, all right?
Hit me up.
Sponsorship. Yo, come on, do what you got to do, all right? Have your peoples talk to my peoples, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. I'll even name your company for you. Tierra Cubana. So it's trying to curl, but we can see that a lot of the volume is pretty choppy because you can see it in the candles themselves. It is above VWAP, and it is trying to make that curl. But this is only 10,000 shares. It's not enough shares to really make it go crazy, cray. So this could be shorts loading up to try to take it down. So we'll see what happens with it. But I'm going to keep you on a very close leash, WINT. I'm gonna peep you, because if volume comes in, we could potentially have a situation where the shorts are perplexed. The shorts are perplexed, and maybe they think it's going to go down, and instead it goes up, and then they got to cover. And they have their Speedos in a bunch, and the Banana Republic fails, and we conquer them a game.
Yay.
That would be so nice. Oh my goodness, that would be so nice. But anyway, I digress. Time to look at other tickers. How about BurgerFi? Let's go back to BurgerFi. BurgerFi, big chain down in Florida. They put mustard on their burgers down here in Florida. It's sacrilegious, Doubles.
No.
You put ketchup on your burgers. Everybody knows. You put mustard on your weenie.
Mustard on your weenie, not your burger.
Not your burger. Come on. Come on.
Although there are
Everybody,
people put ketchup on their weenie.
civilized people don't put mustard on their burgers. I'm just sorry about
There
that.
are people who put ketchup on weenies. Did you know that?
How could you put ketchup on your weenie? That's disgusting. You put mustard on your weenie. DBL moms. Mustard. Mustard. What do you mean, whatever? What do you mean, whatever? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with communists?
Communist.
Bah humbug. All right. So, BurgerFi. Here's the story. They settled the case. That's the story. That's the whole story. Right? In after hours, they reached a legal settlement with Lion Point Capital. Okay. I don't know. Maybe they owed the money. I don't know. Float's kind of heavy, 13 million. Volume's kind of low, 16 million. The stock went absolutely parabolic in after hours yesterday. What was it, like 200%, 190%? Something crazy. It don't matter.
crazy.
Bushy tail, my little bushy tail one, you don't have to go nuts. But it was about 200%. One of our folks in the Discord, one of our moderators in the Discord, was the first one to see it and alert the community.
They said hello.
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 It's got its sneakers on. It's running. It's sprinting.
I saw the
It was
sneaker
pumping and pumping, right? So that was BurgerFi, right? And it ran a little bit this morning, pre-market as well. But now it's only up 66%. It was up earlier this morning, 116%. So it gave back quite a bit of its run, and you can see it's been trending downward. So that's the story with BurgerFi. We're hoping that we can get something schmexy out here, something that really, gets your juices flowing, because right now this stuff is kind of boring. We're talking about stuff that's barely moving. Let's take a look at the new ticker that is on the scanner. We buy. All right, so here's the story. It is trending upward, and of course there are some levels from previous times when we looked at this ticker. So let's clear the old drawings. Let's go ahead and do that. We're going to clear the drawings, and we could see when we get our graffiti pencil that the price action is in fact trending upward. Let's see if there's any news on WeBuy. It is a 17-cent stock, so that seems to be the trend this morning. These little cheapo stocks popping up and doing their thing and maybe coming back down later on. Hold on. News alert, WINT. Playing around, busting through 750. Let's see what happened. What happened? Are we going to get a squeezy? Are we? Oh, my heart, be still. Oh, the humanity of it. It's pushing. It's pumping. But it doesn't have a lot of volume yet. It needs volume. And if it wants a little bit of D, give it to it. Give it a little bit of D, people. D. It's squeezing 134%. That's a new, well, that's where it was before, 134%. Hold on. We got 142%. Oh no, the shorts got shorted. Oh my God. The Banana Republic has failed. That's what you get for wearing Speedos. Don't you know you're not supposed to wear Speedos, especially when you're riding your bicycle on A1A and blocking the roadway for the cars. You're now up 153% with WINT. WINT is a micro mini skirt float, 588,000 shares. Yeah, baby. And since we're talking about shares, can you share the stream? See how I did that, Doubles? Can you share the stream? Because we just got a little squeezy. Nice and easy, baby. And it's still pumping and pumping. It's now up 155%. 155%. And of course, we did a video on this ticker last night. Are you subscribed to the YouTube channel? Go ahead and subscribe. Because if you subscribe, you might want to do what this young man says, which is...
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share.
Because sharing is caring, folks. That's 154%. Ladies and gentlemen, the video came out yesterday. And, of course, the Discord got it even earlier. The link is in the description to come and check out what we do in the Discord. Because the Discord is the real deal McCoy, baby. We call a lot of bangers a lot of times. The link's in the description. It is a $1 trial fee for 5 days. Check it out. And I'm pretty sure you're going to like it, baby. And it's still pumping and pumping. WINT, baby. 156%. Holy moly.
Not on floor 3, but that's me, baby.
That's me, baby. That's me. So you know what? All these little stinky triple tops and head and shoulders and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It didn't happen that way. But I still think there's going to be profit taking at the bell. I still think there's going to be some profit taking at the bell. Maybe. So now we need to see it hold this key level right over here at $8.14. $8.14. Ladies and gentlemen. So, in anticipation of what was going to potentially go on, I took the liberty of drawing some key levels, and now they are in play. Now, it is extended, and it could certainly pull back, so let's get rid of some of these trend lines because it broke through that key level of resistance of 750. So now, will it hold? Will it hold above 750? Because of course that is a key area where shorts may still be loitering in their Speedos with their Banana Republic Speedos. Bah! All right, so here's the deal. This candle right here is on the 1 minute, very extended. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on the 5 minute, Doubles.
5 minutes.
All right, we're at the 5 minutes, and it has a slight top tail. Nothing ridiculous at around $8 and what is it? $8.47. $8.47. So let's put a level over there. It would need to reclaim that. It's pulling back, and of course, you know what? It's kind of extended, so I get that. But if it can hold this level right here of 8.13, that would be absolutely marvelous. Marvelous, I tell you, marvelous. And let's see what happens. I'm going to keep an eye on it because, quite frankly, there ain't no other ticker that looks even remotely okay right now. Right, DBL Homes?
Right.
Nothing. There ain't nothing moving. Nothing moving. So this particular ticker has gone up 156%. 156%. WINT on news, ladies and gentlemen, on news of withdrawing. They pulled out.
Oh.
They pulled out of their public offering. What were you thinking, community? Come on now. Come on. Come on. Can we get like another 100 people to watch the stream? Would you spam share the stream so we can get another 100 folks to watch if WINT will do a squeezy?
Nice and easy.
And get those Banana Republics all messed up in their little Speedos, those little shorty shorts that they wear. I'm on my bicycle in my Speedo, and I'm like 1,000,000 years old.
You're like the Wicked Witch of the West.
Squeezy.
Nice and easy.
Come on, push it up. 154%, ladies and gentlemen. We're watching. We're watching.
You know the witch from the Wizard of Oz? That's them. Yeah.
That's them. With Toto. They took Toto.
They took Toto.
Bring Toto back. Bring Toto back. Okay, so we got a situation here where we're looking at the 5 minute chart. You got a double top. We want it to stay above 8.13. We're going to keep an eye on it. It is super duper extended, but the shorts, I'm sure, didn't think that this was going to happen, Doubles. They didn't think that that was going to happen. So let's take a look at a longer time frame and see what's going on over here. Let's go to the 180-day chart. And I took the liberty of drawing some lines here on the 180-day chart. Ha 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 ha. Hey-ho. So first things first, we need for it to stay above 8.13, 8.15-ish. Okay, it has broken the 750 mark. We don't want it to come back down to 750 because if that happens, then you might see a piling in of shorts, right? But it doesn't look like that's what's happening. It looks like it's testing the previous high, which was 847. We need to make sure that there's more volume to push it through. This is a micro mini float stock, micro mini skirt float stock, 588,000 shares, and currently it has almost 11 million shares. And again, it has news, and the news actually produced volume.
Volume.
Because news without volume is such a waste.
Yes.
It's like that commercial that they made with your brain on whatever, and they put the egg in the. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, so we put some levels over here, right? So we got 879. There's another potential level, right? All right, we got all these levels over here. So this is like a 180-day chart. If we go into a longer chart, 1 year, you can't really garner too much information on the 1 year. So let's go back to the 5-minute doubles.
5 minutes.
And it's still respecting that 813, 815 mark. And it looks like it's pushing. It's pushing. It's pumping. It's pumping. Give me a bottom tail. We love bottom tails. Oh, my God, the humanity of it, 158%. Another top tail. It was 160. Wait a minute. Top tail. We don't like those top tails doubles. We want bottom tails. It's having a little bit of an issue breaking through the resistance of the previous high of 847. 847 would be right around here. Let's go to the 1 minute.
1 minute.
1 minute. It's pulling back. Okay. It broke the 815 level. So that's not too snazzy. We want to see it get above 813. It is extended. Look at this candle. Super extended. A pullback might very well be in order. And it did give us a pretty big run at 160%. But now you have this big, disgusting top tail over here. You got this big, disgusting red candle over here. The price action is oversold. So the question is, can it stay way above 750? If not, we could see a massive flush on this. But so far, it's still considerably away from 750. So if it can bounce back up, we got something. If it don't, then we ain't got something. How's that sound?
Yeah, basically.
That's just like that, but we got 160% out of it. So there you go, folks. That is the leading gainer. But let's go and find a ticker that is now Shemexier. Is that a word? Shemexier. Let's find something else. Let's go back to the one with the carbon fiber thing there. The carbon fiber stock that, they're doing something with the Corvette, the wheels, ba. All right, so it just doesn't have any volume. That's the problem. It needs volume. It kind of broke the downtrend a little bit. Candles are kind of really, I don't know. They don't got a lot of juice in them, and it's below VWAP, so CREV. Second leading gainer, but not really that impressive. I'm just saying, not really. Doubles, not really. We need to be a little bit more impressive than that. Back to WINT. Let's see if WINT can come back up. Okay, so it failed at the 813 level. Is it going to fail at this 780 level? Let's zoom into it. Because if it fails that, then we got problemos, right? What would be nice would be, it turning upward, but we can see that the 9 EMA is pointing downward, and maybe this is the beginning of where the shorts start shorting it. And of course, we're getting close to the 930 mark, which would be right around when there would be some shorting, and 930 there'll probably be some profit taking. So maybe this ticker pulls back. And maybe later on it runs. Hopefully, that's what we're hoping for. But what do we know? We don't know nothing. We're just doing a show. Folks, we're just doing a show.
Hey!
Yeah, it's just a show. This is not financial advice or stock advice. We are not stock or financial advisors, folks. We're just trying to have some fun with you and check out runners and catch them early, because that's what we like to do. We get on the Serengeti early because we are all about being the early bird that catches not the worm.
The cash.
It gets the cash. It gets the cashola, the Benjis. I like to call them Benjis doubles. Time for some espresso. You tired me out, WINT. I was so excited. Woo. So we're looking at it. It's trying to get up over that 813 mark. Again, that 813 mark is right over here. This is a 1 minute chart, and it is curling back up. We do have some concerns about this top tail right here. This is the prevailing wind, but again, we had a situation over here, if I zoom out, where we had head and shoulders right around the key resistance area where shorts would be shorting, and yet we had a cup and handle formation, and the price action bounced all the way up. So now it consolidates in this channel and has this nasty top wick and pulls down. This was a 160% move from the beginning of pre-market. And why did it go up like that, Doubles? Real simple. It has a super low float, a super duper low float of 588,000 shares. It currently has almost 12 million volume. Your volume is your demand. Your float is your supply. If you got a small float and a big demand, right? A small supply in float and a big demand in volume, you're generally going to have parabolic movement, Doubles.
Yes.
And, if there's a catalyst that gives you more volume, like, for example, news that you're going to decide to have a public offering, and then all of a sudden you said,
Right.
no, I'm not going to have a public offering. I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to dilute. I'm not going to dilute, right? So when you pull back your public offering, that's a catalyst, and if it brings in volume, you have these parabolic moves. So they did this yesterday after hours. They did this yesterday after hours. They withdrew their public offering yesterday at 4:07 p.m. It started running parabolic. As soon as we saw the news and the volume coming in, we notified our Discord, and we said, you know what? We need to create a video for the general indelible tribe.
Yeah.
So we put out a video yesterday because the early bird
Gets the cash.
gets the cash, folks. Gets the cash. And, not to flex too much, but that was one of 3 100% runners that we called this morning already. And it's not even 9:30 yet. Yeah. So, when others talking about, oh yeah, I called the stock and it went up 10%. Flex. That means you got spaghetti arms, yo. I got Schwarzenegger arms. I got the Incredible Hulk arms.
hands.
I don't got diamond hands. No diamond hands. What's wrong with you?
Oh.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? We do have diamond hands. We got the skin on Fortnite. Diamond
Like I
hands.
said.
We got the diamond hand skin on
diamond
Fortnite.
hand skin.
Yeah, the Stockman.
Stonks.
We got the Stockman in Fortnite. Who plays Fortnite? If you play Fortnite, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. So again, we got key levels drawn up for WINT. It is super extended. Again, this area of $7.50 is of particular concern. The price action is pulling back. We're getting terribly close to the 9:30 hour. It is extended. There are probably folks that bought this yesterday and are holding and will probably be profit taking, but there's no other good stock right now. It's like the best show in town. So does it go parabolic the rest of the day? Maybe. Can it do that? Maybe. Or does the price action pull back and the shorts start piling in and it flushes? Could that happen? Inquiring minds want to know what's going to happen. What a cliffhanger. Hey now. So it's extended. We'll come back to you, WINT. We're going to keep a very close eye on you because you got potential.
Yes.
And the worst thing is when you don't use your potential. Yeah, you got to have potential. All right, so we're going to keep an eye on it. Again, we want to see it above this $8.14 mark right here. If it can get over that with authority, right, like really get over, that's a big deal. The thing that concerns me is this candle right here. See how it's a top tail? This disgusting, terrible top tail? Terrible top tail. Terrible, right? And it's red. That's what disturbs me. And the fact that it is super extended. So if we go on the 5-minute chart,
5 minutes.
it's pretty extended. I mean, it went up quite a bit, folks.
Yes.
It went up like this. Look at that. Look at this, right? So it's still above the trend, which is good. It's been a bit of a battle going up there, but it has been going up. And
Yes.
it's trying to break that 813 mark. That's good. If we can get really far away from the $7.50 level, like really, really far away,
Yeah.
that would be dynamite.
That'd be
Absolutely dynamite. Okay, so we're going to keep a very close eye on WINT because it's the one that looks the most attractive right now, Doubles. You know, the other ones don't look so schmexy.
Not so schmeck.
Not so schmexy. All right, so we'll come back to WINT. Let's check back with CREV. It had news. It ran up 128%, but since then it has gone down. It's a more expensive stock. It has broken the downtrend. We could see that, but it's not really that impressive. It's below VWAP. And if we really zoom in, if we do a little zoom in the room, you can see that the 9 EMA is pointing downward. We really want to see the 9 EMA start to curve upward. We want to see price action piercing the VWAP. And we're not seeing that right now. So right now, CREV, what have you done for me lately? You know, the pickings are kind of slim, Doubles, today. Like, there's not that much going on. So, yeah. And really, the only one that has anything really going on with it is WINT. So, if it remains this way, maybe it might be a miscalculation for the shorts to short this. Maybe. But I still think there's going to be profit taking. So does it dip and rip, Doubles, at the open? What do you think? A little dip and rip, maybe? Hey, let's take a little poll there in the chat. Do you think it's going to dip and rip at the bell? Does it rip before the bell? Does it flush? Put it in the chat. Let us know what you think. Right now, it's pushing above the $8.13 level right over here. And that's a good sign because we want to make sure that it stays above this level. It becomes even better if it gets over 847. It's marching. It's pushing slowly, ever so slowly, making its way up towards 847. We would need a lot more volume than that to make it super schmexy, but it is going in an upward direction. And if we go to the 1 minute, let's go take a look at the 1 minute chart. We're seeing that the price action is in fact curling. You have this terrible top tail here that's concerning. You have a lot of top tails over here that are concerning, but it is still trending upward ever so slowly. Ever so slowly. Slowly I turn. Step by step. Inch by inch. Can it become a nice, big, green, juicy candle that tickles the bottom of $8.47? Can it break through $8.47?
Oh.
Stay tuned, folks. We're going to keep an eye on it. And we're going to watch. Let's see. It's coming up to the $8.47 mark. It's forming a top tail red. We don't like top tails, Doubles.
We like bottom tails.
We want bottom tails. It's moving on very light volume. Let's see what the candle's showing us. 138,000 shares on this candle, and on this one, 47,000 shares. So the volume's not there, but it's pushing.
Yeah.
And it's trying. So let's see if this is going to be a bull trap. I don't think so. It's pushing. Ladies and gentlemen, the humanity of it. Are we going to get a squeezy?
Nice and easy.
Is this going to be a squeezy just before the 9th? We have a new high, ladies and gentlemen, 165%.
65%.
Oh my. And you saw it live on the stream. Would you share, folks? Sharing is caring. It's coming up to a new resistance level of $8.80. Can we get a little bit more of a squeezy? Nice and easy, baby. Come on now. Now we need it to hold above 847 with authority. Give me that bottom tail, baby. You know I need it. I need some bottom tail. Come on, no dojis. Bottom tail. Push, pump. Oh. 168%. Now get above this resistance area right here of $8.78. Go. Oh, don't toy with my emotions, you. You're good, you. Come on, you got this in you. Pump it. If you can pump this, you're going to have the shorts upside down, and we could see a nice run. Look at that. Looky here. Come on now. Give it a little volume. A little bit more volume.
170.
170%, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, our video came out last night on it. And of course, we called it in the Discord last night. early, right before it ran yesterday, and it ran again today. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to continue our stream on our Discord. We're wrapping up the stream here, and we're going to see what happens with our good friend WINT and all these other tickers. Again, the link is in the description if you want to continue to see us streaming. We get a lot more in-depth, a lot more serious in our Discord, but we're still a lot of fun and very informational. All right, so there's a link in the description and in the pinned comments. You can take a 5-day trial of the Discord for $1. $1. It's cheap. Come on, it's nothing. So we'll see you on the live stream in the Discord. We love you very much. Okay, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, I think it might be a pretty decent idea to do that. We put out some amazing videos, like the video that we put out last night on WINT,
Yes.
which has down run 170% today.
170%.
We do stuff like that all the time. Just saying. Just saying. And right now, it is pushing still upward. Right? So what do we want them to do with the YouTube? We want them to
Like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share.
because sharing is caring. And of course, if you're not following us on x.com, aka Twitter, go ahead and follow us at Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money. And of course, you could follow us on Twitch at Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money. And I am Coach Nick Money with the one, the only, the indelible one,
The Rainmaker.
DBL Nicks in the house. And of course, the bushy tail Serengeti specialist herself. She's my favorite bushy tail Serengeti specialist. In fact, she's the only bushy tailed Serengeti specialist. She finds the stonks for the indelible tribe. Or gazelles, but we usually prefer the stonks because they're more juicy. Yes? Yes. It is the one, the only, DBL Moms! Yeah, baby. It's a party. All right. So make a lot of money. Be safe. Have fun. Have a blast over the weekend. I hope all your dreams and aspirations come true. It's Coach Nick Money. Make some